Hello guys, yesterday the PTR was released with the patch 2.6.6 and several changes were made for legendary items and for some crafted items on the blacksmith. Um, I wanted to try out as many as I could yesterday, and I came up last night with a couple ideas to try it out. Pretty much uh, all the sets that were changed from the blacksmith other uh, than the sage one. Uh, this is the Captain Crimson's, which was completely garbage before this patch was launched on the PTR, and I decided to try it on with the Condemn set, with the con set, because you can use the whole set and use also the other Augud's search, which was another set that they changed. Um, and the good thing about both of these sets is they're very synergistic with the Akan's Condemn, from the cooldown reduction to the reduced resource costs to the reduced received damage and increased dealt damage, which were uh, one of the problems with the condemns, at least for me, was survivability. And this is these changes helped a lot. So there are a lot of new options for the condemn right now. I think I haven't tested that much yet, but I believe that these should be the best ones because you can use these two sets, but you can also use the new Stone Gauntlets, um, because you really don't need to move that much, and you're not really benefiting from attack speed. Uh, for, for those that don't know the changes on the Stone Gauntlets, now when you get attacked, you start slowly turn into stone, getting a 50% armor increase and 20% attack speed reduction. And if I remember correctly, it's 15% movement speed reduction, and that stacks for 5 times. So you attack very slowly and you move very slowly, but because the condemn will not use attack speed, it should work fine. But if you use this, you have to sacrifice one of the sets. So this is the best one because you get a lot of cooldown, a lot of resource cost reduction. You got a lot of damage and a lot of mitigation. Uh, and this one, you also get a lot of mitigation and damage. Uh, if you can check here, my bonus damage to elites is 80%. That's a lot. And you can notice my cooldown reduction is all the way up to 66.55%. There are a couple of options. This is the last one that I came up with to increase the damage a little bit with the furnace. But the first time that I tried this, I tried with the new item. The not the new item, but the updated item. This double axe thing. It reduces the remaining cooldown of one of your skills by 1 second when you slay an enemy. So you pretty much kill a lot of enemies with Condemn, and you have all your things up all the time, including Akarat's champion, which means that you are pretty much immortal on this build. You can make a hardcore build that's a little bit weaker than this one, but you can pretty much never die. It's just so much survivability options that you have right now. So okay, this is what I'm using in the cube right now. Before I was wearing the blade and using the axe on the cube, And this is probably going to be easier at first when you don't really have harder items to get, like triple rings for more cooldown reduction, and that's completely fine. I mean, I don't think, I mean, it does make a difference, the 50% increase to elites, but since you're getting the 30% from the second set, it shouldn't be as much of a difference as it was before. But I'm also keeping the Leoric's crown here because of the bonus that you get from Captain Crimson's. But maybe you would get more damage from something else. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. The problem is that you're no longer using the illusory boots, and you get stuck a lot. So you can't really use the hexing pants, which is not something that I like to use before anyway. So I'm using a pretty crappy set. I mean, I just crafted these. I really didn't have a lot of mats to get good pieces, so they're not even ancient, and they're terribly rolled, as you can see. I have a couple of ancients. Let's see. Yeah, there's one ancient there, and the primal here. All I have is one ancient and one primal with 2 augments. I'm keeping the 800 Paragon. Just try it out. You can see my strength is less than 9,000. That's really low. So I'm gonna go a GR90 for you guys to check out. I think really the Condemn is probably going to at least have a chance of coming back this season. It's a build that I really liked, but it was good for way too long, and playing that all the time is very boring, I guess. Because I don't know, at least for me, you're spamming, and the noise is kind of annoying. I think I'm gonna turn that off later. But this is just probably gonna be a face roll even on day 1, because like other than the Akarat set, you're really just using the craft sets, and the rest is kind of flexible. I mean, if you get the shield and the sword, you can use pretty much anything in the cube or wearing like this, because I mean, you would lose a little bit of damage with the furnace, but you don't really need it when you're leveling up. And the new axe really helps with this build when you're gearing up, because I mean, wow man, you really get a lot of I mean, not cooldown, but your skills get back up so fast. This is definitely a build that I would not be afraid on playing on hardcore. I don't really like hardcore. I mean, I know this is GR90, which is pretty low, but with the build that I'm using right now, you should be able to get something close to this, or even better than this on day 1. Because, I mean, hell, I got only 2 ancients, and if you get ancients, even if you don't have as much cooldown as I do, even have like half cooldown, you can get a lot more damage, and you can use the new axe to get all the cooldown, so you can get, I think you get even more cooldown than I'm getting right now. Even with 66%, I think if you have like 20% cooldown and that axe, you should have more during the rift. I think the only problem that you might expect at first with this is probably the Rift Guardian, because you don't have, I mean, most Rift Guardians, you're not gonna have as many ads to proc that new axe. But still, this is probably going to be very easy to build. And I don't know, it's kind of cool. You could try something similar with the shield, the blast shield thing. But the problem with blast shield is that you need the wrists, the bracers, to get the damage bonus. So you have to give up the Oryx, I guess, which is fine. It's probably gonna work anyway. I think the Crusader, I don't know, I haven't seen anybody play anything with the Crusader with the new items yet. It's only the second day. I think there's a lot of potential there if you like the Crusader. If you have been wanting to go back, I think it's been kind of a weak thing. If you don't like Thorns, I guess it's been a couple of seasons since you've been able to play with the Crusader. Now it's probably a good chance. With the new changes to the Sage set, you should be able to use the Sage set on any class, but it's still a pretty good option for T16 farming. It's fast, you can do bounties. I think it's a pretty good class. I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna make this season. I don't know if I'm gonna have that much time to play anyway, but this might be one. Let's just see what people come up with. Yesterday I spent pretty much the whole day trying out the Barbarian, because I was hoping that they balanced it a little bit more for people that like to not only push but just play. And I don't know, it seems kind of an underwhelming class for the last few seasons. Even though that it's pretty much a mandatory build for groups or support, it's kind of not the same thing. If you really like to play one class, not everybody likes the role of supporting. Not really kill anything, kind of depends on other people. So I think those changes to some of the new items, and including the return of the Mortix Bracers, definitely helped the Barbarian, especially this change set, the Captain Crimson, definitely helped the Whirlwind to get a little bit better, and it's also a bit synergistic with Mortix Bracers, because you can keep up your Berserker Rage or whatever it's called 100% of the time. It's definitely a fun build. I enjoyed playing it yesterday and leveling up. I think the season is going to be fun. I don't know what's going live anyway, because I mean it's PTR, right? I think they're definitely going to make a few changes, but so far it's been good. They haven't changed as much as it seems, but they're definitely doing a good job in balancing things more and more. They just have been, they haven't done anything huge. They're going very slowly. I mean, they're afraid of breaking things, I guess. But I don't know, if they want to make the Barbarian more viable in Season 18, I think they're going to have to make more changes. Even with Mortix Bracers, you were already using the rune that increased damage, so all you're really getting from Mortix Bracers now is the damage reduction. So it's still a bit underwhelming. So what do you guys think about the new build? Have you checked the changes on 2.6.6? What are you going to play on Season 18? What did you guys think about this build? What do you think about these items? I think they're pretty cool. Let me know, comment, like the video, subscribe, and see you guys next video.